I uploaded my first video to this channel just over a month ago, and today I'm going to explain why. Because I don't think it's the reason that you'd expect. I'm not here to try get rich, I'm not chasing a million subscribers, I'm not trying to quit my job and become a full-time influencer. While all those things would be really nice, it's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm 27 years old, and for the past few years, I think the best way to explain how I felt is stuck. No matter what I was doing, if I was doing my normal corporate job, or if I was making content, or if I was just trying something new, no matter what I did, I always had this same feeling of feeling stuck. So just to give anyone that's watching a bit of context about me, I am 27, I work a 9-to-5 corporate job, which definitely helps pay the bills. It's stable, it's fine, but to be honest, it's not what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. And for years, I've been trying to do stuff on the side, whether that be drop shipping, social media marketing, print-on-demand stores, anything you can think of, I've probably tried it. Pretty much anything that I seen that was new or a new way to make money, I would try it, then see that it's not working, and then I'd eventually just stop and move on to the next thing. But the one thing that I would always try, and no matter how many times I stopped, I would always get drawn back to it, it was making content. So for years, I've been making content on the side, different channels, different niches, trying to figure out what would work, what would go viral, what would finally be the thing that blew up and changed everything. And here's exactly what happened. I'd start a channel, I'd make a few videos, some would get a decent amount of views, some would flop completely, and then I'd burn out because I was making content I didn't actually care about. I was chasing the algorithm, chasing trends, trying to figure out what people wanted instead of just making what I wanted to make. And the worst part of it all is that even when a video did do well, it didn't feel good because it wasn't really the content that I wanted to make. I was just making the content I thought people wanted to see. So after all that, I would quit. I'd delete the channel, tell myself I was done with the content creation, and long and behold, a few months later, I'd get the itch again and start all over. This cycle would happen over and over and over. But then one day I realized something. I wasn't failing because I didn't know how to make content. I was failing because I was making content all for the wrong reasons. So why did I start this channel? To be honest, I'm not 100% sure. When I first started this channel, what I had in mind was to do video essays and stuff like that because I generally do enjoy video essays. And you'll see from my first video that I did make a video essay. However, the editing and scripting for all of that was just a complete pain, and like always, I quickly stopped doing it. Then I started to come across these Minecraft videos where people were just talking over playing Minecraft, and I really enjoyed them. And I thought, hey, I want to make that. So I decided I'll just go with it. I think so far what I'm planning is that a lot of the topics I'm going to cover are probably going to be around YouTube, social media, basically the creator economy. Because to be honest, it's something that I've generally been interested in for the longest time, but I've never actually tried making any videos on it. I'm interested in the mechanics of it all, the psychology, the business side. Like I'll watch a video and I won't just watch the content, I'll watch how they structure it, why they say certain things to cause a reaction from people, why they frame things a certain way to get more engagement, stuff like that. Because I realize I've been consuming all this content about the creator economy for years, watching videos about YouTube's algorithm, reading about platform economics, learning how sponsorships work, how influencers actually make money. But I'd never made content about it myself, even though it's literally the thing I'm most interested in. So I decided this will probably be one of the topics I cover the most on this channel is the business side of social media. But I'm not going to hold myself to that because at the same time, I also want to be just creating things that I want to make. So if I decide one day I want to talk about how dull it is to work a corporate job, I'll make a video about that. If I want to make a video about Instagram, I'll make a video about that. Because I know that if I stay strict and stick to one topic, I'll eventually just burn out again. So I'm going to be just making purely what I want to make. So if you're wondering why I specifically want to cover topics around the business side of social media, is because honestly I think there are a lot of people out there who are just like me. People in their mid-20s who kind of grew up with YouTube. They've seen loads and loads of content, and a lot of the time now, because they're a bit older, when they see certain content, they're just thinking, okay, this person is doing that because they want to get more comments or stuff like that. And also, I just think that these people are also the type of people that just want to understand the algorithm a bit more and general things around the business side of social media. So I think one of the problems with videos around the creator economy is that they're either over the top motivational or it's technical tutorials that just miss the bigger picture completely. You've got a lot of people telling you to just start and believe in yourself without actually explaining how any of this works. And then you've got people teaching you how to edit videos or optimize thumbnails without explaining why any of this matters. Nobody really talks about the systems, the business models, why platforms do what they do, or why creators behave the way they behave. And I think that's where a lot of people actually are interested, because there's a lot of people that don't want to just game the algorithm. They want to understand why the algorithm exists in the first place. Even myself in the past, I was uploading content without knowing what I was actually doing. Most of the time I was just guessing. I was pretty much just copying what other people were doing and then hope that it worked for me too. And as you can imagine, it didn't work. Okay, so what am I actually trying to build here? Honestly, I'm not trying to blow up overnight. I'm not trying to quit my job in 6 months. I'm just trying to build something that I'm proud of, something that's mine, something where I can talk about what I actually want to talk about without worrying about whether it's going to go viral or not. And if other people find value in that, great. If not, I'm still going to make it because it's what I want to be doing anyway. But here's what I do actually want. I want to build a community of people who are thinking about this stuff the same way I am. People who are interested in the business side of social media, people who want to understand how these platforms actually work. And specifically, I think there are a lot of people out there who feel stuck, who want to do something creative on the side but feel like they can't, or they just don't know what they're doing, or like they've already missed the boat. The reason why I want to build something like that for these people is because that is me. I'm 27, I work a corporate job. I'm not some 19-year-old who went viral on TikTok who now teaches people how to get rich on the internet. I'm just a regular person trying to build something on the side, and I want to document the process, share what I'm learning, be honest about what works and what doesn't. Because I think there's value in that. It's not just a highlight reel, it's not just a success story, just the actual process and figuring this out. So here is what I've learned so far from the 2 videos that I've made. The first video I made was way more scripted. I tried to do this documentary style video essay thing where I used lots of editing and tried to sound real professional, and honestly it just felt fake. It felt like I was performing instead of just talking. And I feel like if you go back and listen to that video, you can kind of hear that in my voice. I feel like my voice sounded stiff. It sounded like I was reading a script instead of just having a conversation. So for the second video, I tried to change it up a bit. While I did still follow a script, I kind of used the script as a guideline rather than just reading what was on paper. The other thing that I was trying to do with this video was I was trying to make it more conversational, kind of like I was just talking to someone, and I put it over some Minecraft gameplay because personally I think Minecraft gameplay is very chill, and that's kind of the vibe that I wanted to go for that video. And honestly, making that second video was so much easier. It felt so much more natural. It felt more like me. And that's when I realized that the content that I was previously making felt more like work than it did making content that I enjoyed, because I was trying to be someone that I'm not. I was trying to make videos that sounded and looked like other people's videos instead of just making videos that sounded like me. So I've learned that you don't need to sound like a professional narrator. You don't need to copy what successful creators are doing. You just need to find your voice, to figure out what you actually want to say and say it in a way that feels natural to you. Because people really can tell if you're being authentic or if you're just faking it. And in my opinion, the authentic version is always going to be better, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not polished, even if it's not what you think people want to hear. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about starting something yourself, here's what I want to say. At the very beginning, before you've even uploaded your first video, you're going to feel motivated, you're going to feel excited, you just can't wait to get started and get the views coming in. And that is more than likely not going to happen. Your first few videos are not going to get loads of views, they're not going to go how you think. And then you're probably going to start thinking that your videos aren't interesting and that people don't want to watch them. But the thing is, your video probably is interesting and you're more than likely just overthinking it. This is kind of the big thing for me anyway, when I first started uploading videos on any of my older channels, is that I would always be so excited to get the first video up, and then as soon as that video isn't getting hundreds or thousands of views, I would quickly lose interest and start thinking I did something wrong. The other thing that I did for years was I tell myself I'm going to start when I have better equipment, when I had more time, when I figure out the perfect niche, when I knew exactly what I was doing. And as you can imagine, that perfect timing that I was always looking for never actually came. The only way you're ever guaranteed to fail is by never starting, and the only way you're guaranteed to improve is by actually doing it. So if you're stuck in the same place I was, here's my advice. Just make one video about something you actually care about in a way that feels natural to you. Don't worry about going viral, don't worry about what people will think, just make it and see what happens. Because the worst case scenario is you make a video and nobody watches it, but you still learn something, you still got better, and you're one step closer to figuring this out. And then in the best case scenario is you actually build something real, something you're proud of, something that actually matters to you. Both of those outcomes are better than just sitting on the sidelines wishing you had started. Okay, so that is why I started this channel. I'm not sure if I fully made sense in everything I was saying, but I'm going to upload it anyway. I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm not here to promise you'll get rich or famous or quit your job. I'm just here to document the process, share what I'm learning, and hopefully build a community of people who are interested in this stuff too. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm going to be making one video a week. Some of them will be about platform economics and the creator economy. Some will be a bit more personal like this one. But all of them will be honest, all of them will be me, and that's all I'm trying to do. So for anyone that actually watched this far into the video, let me know in the comments if you're building something too. What are you working on? What's holding you back? I want to talk about it.